This is Business and Economy Network.
Hello, wonderful people watching within and outside Nigeria, those of us watching via the online channels. Thank you so much for letting us into your homes, your offices, wherever you're watching us from. Thank you for joining us on this episode of your program. It's our program, Business and Economy Network. My name is Ohioze Edna. On our program rundown for today, under Business and Economy Network News, we bring to you the award night ceremony of the Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society as it held its 55th annual international conference in Enugu State, Nigeria. For Straight Talk, we're also with the president of the Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society, actually Nigeria's oldest society. For special reports, we bring to you the regional head West Africa and also the project manager of the Cowpea project, Africa Agricultural Technology Foundation, AATF, promoting food security through recent agricultural technology in Nigeria and in Africa. For Spotlight, we have the president, BIOTECHNOLOGY Society of Nigeria. It also recently visited its pioneer president in Enugu State, Nigeria. You know how we'll do it. It's never a boring moment. Do stay tuned. I'll be right back. Enugu State, the coast city, played host to the Nigerian's oldest society, Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society, as it heads its 55th annual international conference, award night and exhibition with the theme, Maximizing Mineral and Energy Resources for Industrialization. The opening and exhibition ceremony was graced by the Honorable Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Abubakar Bawa Buhari. Executive Council members and families were treated to an evening of good music, delicious food and cultural display from dance troupes. As well, deserving students and members got awarded in different categories. The climax of the night was a roll call of all incoming executive officers.
Please, a round of applause for the incoming president. The Vice President, Savio C.D. Charles, Vice President, Tunde Arishekola. Please, a round of applause for Tunde Arishekola. NMGS, General Secretary, Dr. A.S. Olatunji, NMGS. Let's clap for him.
And as we are seeing here, these are the people who have dedicated themselves to the assignment of NMGS for the next 2 years. I will not speak for the incoming president, but I know him fairly well. I know almost everybody here fairly well. I can promise you that we have not work right, not only in membership, but in interest, and we're going to move people to the next level.
This society is so great that at the end of the day, we will make sure that we put in the best and take it to the next level, whereby other societies will be able to now say, which society is that? They say, oh, it's the oldest society in Nigeria is NMGS. Say, oh, no wonder.
Business and Economy Network crew recently had a chat with the president of the Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society, Professor Silas S. Dada. In response to criteria for becoming a member of the society, the president explained the different levels of membership, ranging from corporate membership, which are graduates from geosciences or any art science. Affiliate members, fellow members are those of not less than 15 years in the profession, and honorary members are friends of the society. The affairs and operations of the society are managed by its council, consisting of executive officers, ordinary members, fellow representatives, affiliate representatives, and institutional representatives.
Well, there are various categories of membership of the Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society. We have what we call corporate membership. Those are for members, those are for people who have a bachelor's degree in geological or art sciences, or HND in mining engineering and related fields. Those people are called, can be admitted to the corporate cadre. But people who don't have those qualifications but are involved in mining one way or the other with lower qualification can be admitted into the affiliate membership of the society. And when one has stayed, say, maybe 15 years in the profession, he can apply to become a fellow of the society. These are people who are knowledgeable in their professions, who are well qualified, and who have served the society for quite a while. So we have various categories. We even have honorary fellowship for people who are interested in the profession, our friends, people who are not strictly in the profession but have one thing or the other to do with the profession. Well, when you say mineral resources, you are talking about oil and gas, solid minerals, water, anything that belongs to the earth. We have a lot of riches under us, or working over the riches, over the resources. So Nigeria is averagely endowed to be able to sustain a good economy if the willpower is there to do what is right, to allow the professionals guide how things are worked out. We explore, we bring the oil and gas out, bring out the minerals, but the expenditure, we cannot control how the means of expenditure and how all those things are managed. We cannot, we don't control it as a society. The society has, I would say, various challenges because the economy is not totally well regulated. For us who know what resources we have, who know the reserves of oil, gas, and mineral resources, water, and whatever, what we can do. For example, in the area of energy, which is one of the sub-themes of this conference, we know what to do. Like we know we have a lot of coal, we have a lot of, we have rivers that we can use for hydropower. We also have gas, but the coal is lying fallow, and it will take knowledgeable people to bring them out and do what is right. So essentially, the two key problems we have is one, governance. There is a clear-cut bill written down, but in practice we have problem of contradictions. For example, the mineral resources under the ground is exclusively governed by the laws of the federal government, but the state governments have right over the land, but the resources are under the ground. So there's that conflict which we have been working with, and is more or less resolved. But in reality, when the people want to mine, when they go to the field, that's where the problems lie. You can get, for example, a license from the federal government in Abuja, and then go to a state government or local government and have problems and challenges, because the local governments, the state governments want to also have their own share of the cake, without obeying the fact that the starting percent derivation that the federal government is going to give to the state. So that problem is still there, and it's only in the last 2-3 years that that problem is being sorted out. We're not totally there, but we're making some problems. So that is in the area of governance. And in the area of investment, you need heavy investment over a long period before you can do a lot of exploitation. It was like that for the oil industry before we got to where we are today. The oil industry spent a lot of money drilling, evaluating, and eventually bringing out the oil. So we need a lot of data to be able to say, yes, we have so and so in the ground, so and so mineral in the ground, and of so quantity and quality, what we call reserves and grades. Before an investment, we say, yes, we believe that this is true. We can now put in some millions of dollars or whatever. So we have that problem. It is only now that government is waking up to put in some money for us to do geological mapping, reserve estimation, so that we'll be able to say in clear-cut figures what we have that can attract investment, not only in Nigeria, but from abroad.
Dr. Kolo Abdurrahmanin of African Agricultural Technology Foundation, AATF. The foundation is set up to bridge the gap and profile realistic solutions to the challenges of agriculture in Africa and Nigeria. AATF is to address the issues of food security in Nigeria. With the aid of recent agricultural technology, the foundation dares to locate, identify key challenges, and through technological measures find the long-lasting solutions to such, thereby making the farmers happy as less problems will guarantee high yield. With the help of AATF, farmers can boast of the best species in cassava, cowpea, popularly known as beans, and rice, which is being developed.
In AATF, we are involved in a certain number of projects in Nigeria. Certainly, our oldest project is the cassava mechanization project, which is going on in the south, around Ondo, Edo, Osun, Keti, and is spreading. The project has been very successful because AATF, what we do is we look at key constraints, but we think when we are able to solve this constraint, it will help our farmers a lot. So the cassava, cassava, the work has always been done manually, from planting to weeding to harvesting, and if you know how to dig up cassava plants to harvest, it's so the manual, the drudgery is one of the reasons where cassava production is low, because farmers cannot get extended surface areas, and also mostly young people are leaving the villages. So we are older people producing our food, and many people don't know. Actually, most of the food are produced by older people, not younger one anymore. So if we can mechanize cassava in Nigeria, because Nigeria is the leading producer, we need to show the example from Nigeria. In Africa, Nigeria is the leading producer and leading consumer of cassava. And it is an important food crop. And we have shown it definitively. So what we did was we realized that Brazil is a big cassava producer, and they developed a lot of machineries for working on cassava, from planting to harvest. So we were able to introduce some of these machines. We pay them, it costs a lot. It is a lot of money. But and now it is not the presence of the acquisition of the machines that allow. It is how the project manager was able to organize farmers to come together, because you have scattered small producers. So we were able to organize them, and they paid. They give some money. The farmers pay some money to get their farm the tillage, all land preparation, planting, harvesting, and now, and the linkage, we have been able to link them to some cassava processors, the one who make garis or the one who are making ethanols from cassava. And it is good. It is very successful project. So that's the first one. Second one was cowpea, which came. The cowpea project was 1987. People have been thinking how to fight against one particular insect we call maruca. Because in the field, maruca is certainly the most devastating insect on cowpea. It eats the reproductive organ, from the flowers, the pods, and the cowpea fail to produce any pods, any grain in the field. So you don't even have something to go on the store. We estimated cowpea scientists estimated yield losses can be as severe as 80%. And so what we did was the bean scientists look at all the world varieties, all varieties of cowpea available in the world, in the collections, world collection of cowpea. There is no resistance in cowpea against these insects. Even the wild cowpea didn't yield anything. So Dr. Fatukom was the one who was trying to breed wild cowpea with domesticated cowpea. So it was not successful. It was not successful. So we were lucky in the 1990s, biotechnology reached a point where it get into agriculture. The first commercial, GM commercial crops were released in US and other countries. So when the cowpea scientists, why don't we take this wonderful technology and solve our problems on Maruka? So this is what has been done. This is how PBR, the cowpea project, was born. And it has been very successful projects. And it requires a lot of collaboration with scientific international organizations like the Commonwealth of Science and Industrial Research Organization in Australia, commonly known as CSRO, has been very key figures. And when the project was written, when finally people addressed, we were looking for donors, USAID accepted to fund the project. And since it has been all more than 10 years of sustained funding from USAID. So another project we are looking at is the rice project. Africa imports a lot of rice. We are rice importers. And countries like Nigeria, Senegal, Gambia, we import most of the rice we eat, more than 50% of the rice we eat. And it represents billions of dollars out of Africa every year. So we look at the constraint. What are the constraints for rice production in Africa? Along the river Niger, people can produce the river Niger, river Senegal. You got some irrigation parts, but that represents maybe 20% of the rice in West Africa. Most of the rice are produced under rain-fed. So when you are under rain-fed, you don't control the rain when it comes and how much you receive. That's our biggest problem. So sometimes you got too little rain, which is drought, and sometimes you got too much. In any case, if you get too little or too much, the nitrogen applied is not used. It is not mobilized. The plant cannot mobilize the nitrogen. And so we said, why not, if we develop rice varieties that can efficiently use the nitrogen and water available, we can increase rice yields and cut down on the imports. So this is where we got the newest rice projects, developing rice that are very efficient in using the nitrogen and water. What I mean by efficient means for every kilogram of fertilizer or every liter of water in the soil, these efficient varieties produce more kilogram of rice than the local rice variety. So this is our third project, and it is being conducted by, in collaboration with the National Research and Cereal Research Institute in Badegi. So PBR Cowpea, I forgot to tell you, is in collaboration with the Institute of Agricultural Research, Ahmad Bello University. So, and now we get another project will be coming, because you know the African Development Bank is financing a big project called TAT, Transformation of African Agriculture, and Nigeria is member of this project. AATF is also member of this project. So I think maize, we are working on maize. We'll be working shortly we'll be working on maize in collaboration with ITA in Nigeria. So that's the kind of project. Then we got the OFA project in Nigeria, which is one of the oldest, being led by Dr. Rose Gidado from the National Biotechnology Development Agencies.
Professor Ewa Ubi is the president of the Biotechnology Society of Nigeria. BSN is aimed at promoting assistance of biotechnological advancement in Nigeria, also to promote discussion on all aspects of biotechnological development within research institutes, universities, government agencies, industries, and related organizations, also to encourage the exchange of ideas among scientists of different disciplines. In the chat with the president, who stressed that lack of funding has hindered the society from optimally achieving its aims and objectives, he encourages government, professionals, and all stakeholders to contribute to the cause of the society, which is to add value in the area of using modern biotechnology to the good of mankind, where it's a win-win situation for all.
Biotechnology Society of Nigeria is a society of one of the foremost scientific societies in Nigeria, which is made up of biotechnologists and then people who are in related fields. In the related fields means the gamut of biological sciences, agriculture, chemistry, aspects of engineering. They are all within, related to biotechnology, and we make use of all of them, and as members of the society to foster biology, the advancement of biology. I was elected the president of the society 2016 at the 29th conference of the society at the University of Calabar, and after serving for the initial term of 2 years, I was re-elected for another term of 2 years, making a total of 4 years from the 31st conference at the Covenant University, Ota, Abeokuta. So, like my predecessors in office have said, beginning from the pioneer president, Professor Chinwe Tejike, and Professor Ogbonna, and Professor Yarima, the major issue here has been, of course, the lack of funding, paucity of funding, to carry through the vision and mission we have for the society. There is a lot of expectation from the society, but at the same time, we need to actualize this vision by not just sitting in one corner, but ensuring that we reach out to all and sundry that are needed or are key stakeholders to the society, so that we can make the impact of biotechnology in Nigeria, of course, with the society playing a key role to it in the transformation of our economy, felt by even the commonest man in the village, by transforming particularly our bioresources, which are abundant in this country actually, into value-added products that will be able to enliven and give value to the livelihoods of Nigerians. Visibility had been low, but if you also look critically, you can also see that at some stage now, the visibility is improving. It's all tied down to funding and maybe issues of media. And but all these things require money to do. Like you see, that's why this platform we have now is expected to also continue to boost the visibility of the society. So as a matter of fact, as we have more funds coming to the society, we'll be able to utilize it effectively to ensure that the society is given its rightful place. One of the issues that have come up now, of course, one of the colleagues here will be talking about, is visibility in terms of the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria, where we now have zonal chapters of the Biotech Society of Nigeria. And for the Southeast, Dr. Tochukwu Ogbolie is here, and she will highlight about that. So that is supposed to take the society to the grassroots of the zones, all the 6 geopolitical zones, apart from the universities and research institutes that also have their different chapters. So those are the ways in which visibility for the society is going to be enhanced to ensure that the Biotechnology Society of Nigeria meets its goals and objectives of getting people on board to move this society forward for the good of Nigeria.
This is Business and Economy Network.
Welcome back, viewers. Hope you had a wonderful time and learned something special on today's episode of the program. This is the more time you permit us to take. Thank you so much for your contributions. Keep them coming. We appreciate you for your emails, for your calls. Thank you so much. For more information, visit our website. And for past episodes of the program, you can also view them on our YouTube channel displayed on your screen. To our wonderful production crew, thank you so much. Join us same time, same station next week. We love you. God bless you.